There's this new urban open world game called Ananta, which is very funny because it's partially my brother's name, and not an uncommon name here. The trailer pretty much markets itself as an obvious GTA clone. It's literally ripping off the GTA 6 trailer, except with Hoyo-style anime characters instead of Rockstar's semi-realistic characters. Plenty of people are excited about it, but some of them are concerned with the depictions of fan service, including from this Hutao profile picture. Too many characters are getting fan service. Yeah, so? That's what makes the game fun and entertaining. The criticisms are terrible. One character looks like she's wearing plastic. So? One character has some revealing spots. And? What's the problem with that? Please tell me y'all's opinions, and we should be respectful towards each other, okay? We can't respect someone who gives no respect. Those laughs and dislikes are quite telling. I want a female non-child playable character that isn't showing her boobs or butt. If you look at these characters and think that they are children, that's your problem. These are not children, these are fictional characters, they are not the same. I just want a playable girl character that looks not like a male sex object. They are fictional characters. They are objects for people's enjoyment, both male and female. If you don't like that, go back to playing your heavily sanitized Western games. Please don't over-sexualize female characters like Wuthering Waves. These character designs are not what I'd call over-sexualized. They decided to make the game super weird when the character's boobs move in an idle animation. That's why you can't play it? You're not the target audience then. Goodbye. Leave. Don't forget to take this ratio. There are more concerns being said to the anime GTA game Ananta. Aside from the characters being sexualized, one more concern was made by the Westerners that come to their Discord server, questioning what the skin color ratio of the game is going to be. Are you for real? What skin color ratio? Why is this an issue? I wish in this game there aren't just white skin colored characters with the same nationality. Why? Do you not like white people? Or do you want to see yourself in a video game? Both are pretty selfish reasons. Maybe we can have foreigners with brown, black, or any other skin color in today's society. I'm a foreigner, and I'm not white. Your suggestion is stupid. This post has no means of racism. No means of racism? What is this backpedaling? You're the one that brought up race, doofus. Own up to it. Also unfair to some people. Unfair to whom? I'm not white, and I think it's fair that a Chinese game features mostly white-skinned characters. Please take my suggestion as a positive one. It's not a positive suggestion. It's a condescending and offensive suggestion. I think diversity can not only hint towards skin tones, but also diversity in personality and opinions. You brought up skin tones first. That's on you. POC characters! Why? The developers will add them if they want to add them. Adding POC people or more cultures will bring more diversity and attention to the game. No, it won't. The game is already gaining attention as is. I hate these suggestions because as someone who is not white, I feel like I'm being coddled by and treated like an infant. I don't need non-white people in a game that's mostly non-white. I just need a good game. If you Westerners are really concerned about Eastern games having way too much fan service or lacking non-white people, I think you should go back to your Western games that have little to no fan service and a lot of non-white people, like Avowed. I have no issues with Obsidian's next video game, Avowed. I think the game looks neat, but there are plenty of people that do have issues with it, and Kotaku will happily point that out to you. The campaign against Avowed reveals the bigotry that fuels the anti-woke. I have issues with the anti-woke, but it's mostly because they can make dumb takes and do dumb things. Not because they are bigots. If anything, both the woke and anti-woke can be bigots. The first paragraph is already projection. The anti-woke will scrutinize every announcement for any faint sign of a thought crime. That's exactly what you are doing to a lot of video games and entertainment media in general. And now you're crying that the anti-woke people are doing the exact same thing that you're doing. The writer called the anti-woke grifting a scam. If you think that peddling bad ideas to people is a scam, you need to look into a mirror. Apparently, the anti-woke people are mad because of this image right here. Personally, I don't see anything wrong with the image. It looks fine. It shows the game featuring a diverse range of characters. That's typical of any fantasy RPG. But according to Kotaku, the anti-woke has a problem with it because there's no white man. Is that really the problem? Or is it because it looks bland and boring to them? And then those same anti-woke people get outraged because of the pronouns like they, them. Again, I have no issues with the pronouns. Plenty of those anti-woke people do. No matter how many times you tell those people, they're not gonna change their minds. They're actually just as stubborn as you are, so go and bicker with them if you like. This is getting tiresome, so here's what you all need to know. Watch the gameplay videos and decide. If you like it, buy it. If not, don't. No nonsense, no bigotry, no woke, just gaming. That's it. Here's another hoopla involving anti-woke people. Turns out not a lot of people are fans of them. The mouthwashing hoopla got covered by plenty of people, including the streamer Asmongold. One of the developers of mouthwashing doesn't like that at all. I don't know why. Asmongold ended up liking the game, so that shouldn't be an issue. What is an issue for me is his disgusting lifestyle. The dude doesn't clean his house. Only recently he did, and he doesn't launder his clothes. He just bought new ones off of a thrift store and dumps the rest of his clothes in his garage. Seriously, what is wrong with you? Being on Twitter is gonna be unbelievably painful from now on. That implies that being on Twitter hasn't been unbelievably painful. It always is. Most people shouldn't go through that. But I am not most people. I make content on the internet. I got used to it. I don't know if I can be active here. I don't have the energy for this. To be fair, most people don't. I don't blame you for quitting Twitter either. It's a horrible and toxic place. Anti-woke means anti-gay. No, it doesn't mean anti-gay. Are there anti-woke people that are homophobes or transphobes? Yes, but I don't think Asmongold is one of them. He's a disgusting piece of human filth, but he's not a bigot as far as I know. I don't want him playing it regardless of exposure because it's making me feel like absolute crap. Bro, that's not his fault. That's your fault. You're the one inflicting that mental pain on yourself. He likes the game. Most people like the game. I like the game. The game itself is not the issue. It's the fandom attacking the fan artist for sexualizing Anya. That's the issue. We talked about that already, so don't feel bad about it. If anything, Asmongold is the one taking the L in this instance. He chose to live like an animal because he gave up on being a normal person. Well, at least he's honest, but please don't be like him. The culture war can be rather depressing, and it's interesting when outsiders accidentally stumble upon them. The developers of Kingdom Come posted the stats of the game and the new Dragon Age game. He's flexing about how the stats of his game are better than the new Dragon Age. Okay, that's petty, but to be fair, Kingdom Come Deliverance is pretty good. The combat's not amazing, the story could be a bit longer, but the role-playing, the authenticity, the environment, the atmosphere, the side quests, they're all perfect. I can't wait for the second one. I almost fell for the bait of picking up Kingdom Come Deliverance on sale, but if this is how the devs act, then I think I keep my money. I mean, yeah, it was a rather petty jab, but people do that all the time. I don't mind if the Dragon Age Veilguard developers dunk on other games, but that would require their game to be successful. Imagine taking a potshot at other creators just for internet recognition. Congratulations, you just described the internet. The grifter mindset has rotted y'all brains so bad. This isn't a grifter mindset. This is just the mindset of the internet as a whole. All he did was point out numbers. It might not be a fair comparison. It might be a petty flex, but as far as petty flexes go, it's not bad. And it earned the flex. Trying to dunk on your colleagues in an industry that's seeing mass layoffs and people out of work is freaking juvenile and gross. The Dragon Age developers are not his colleagues, they are his competitors. Just because they're working the same job doesn't mean they are working for the same interests. Also, it's not his fault if people got laid off. You should be more pissed at the corporations that make developers develop crap games and then lay them off when gamers don't like it. You know how much work people put into a project? A lot. And considering that the project is trash, it's a lot of wasted effort. Why be an asshole and diminish them like this? Because Dragon Age Veilguard is a trash game that deserves to be diminished. End of story. Let's get out of the culture war for a bit and go back to something that we talked about a while back. We talked about how international credit card companies like Visa and MasterCard are pulling off from a lot of Japanese stores that sell entertainment media. The CEO for Visa in Japan just flat out told people why they did it. It's because they want to protect the brand. Protect the brand from what exactly? It is sometimes necessary to deny use to protect the brand. Why is it necessary? The payment processors are being disabled in places that sell manga and any other Japanese media. Who are you trying to protect the brand from? These are complex decisions involving global and local policies. The government hasn't set foot on your asses yet. Don't blame them for something that they haven't done. It is important to maintain sincerity and integrity. You have maintained neither. You jumped off ship from selling manga and adult Japanese content because you're afraid that you might get blasted by government regulations that hasn't even regulated you yet. Thankfully, I see plenty of pushbacks from Japanese companies and the government, so we'll have to see the development of this. In the meantime, to all the international consumers that want to enjoy Japanese media, sailing the seas is pretty much the only reasonable way to get the media right now. Not just Japanese media, but media in general. So check out our Piracy Megafred and their other treasures if you want to get started. Speaking of piracy, do you know that piracy is bad? This person downloaded the movie Wicked and bragged about watching it at home. Good for you. I am pro-piracy because corporations love to screw you over and you deserve to not get screwed so that you can save your money to buy something else. So now we're just openly bragging about piracy? Yes, I'm not tied to any businesses or corporations, but when a big channel like Linus Tech Tips can tell you how to pirate Windows and Office for free, we are living in great times. The map is already there. Check out our Piracy Mega Thread or its other treasures to get started. You're not entitled to that archive for free. That would require the media itself to be archived. I do not have faith that the big corporations that handle those media will archive them in a reasonable way. Many movies or shows are taken off of streaming platforms, or you cannot watch them anywhere around the world. Where else are you going to consume these banned or unavailable media if the corporations won't let you? This loser, for some reason, tagged the FBI and Universal Pictures over someone pirating a movie. Sorry, but law enforcements don't usually come after people that pirate media. They will, however, come after people that host pirated media, and even then, it's usually the corporation that does it through legal threats, and not the FBI. Paying for one ticket for a movie does not entitle you to a free pass at piracy or a free copy of a movie. No, and I don't care. Neither should you. It's not our responsibility to support the creators. It's the responsibility of their employers. Even for independent projects, we have no obligation to support them. They have an obligation to convince people that they are worthy of that support. You don't have an obligation to support my channel, but I have an obligation to make sure that I earn your support. That's how it works. Most consumers are not that wealthy. If they chose to pirate, I don't blame them. The economy is screwed. We have to save money however we can. The moment you blame the consumers for their actions to save money and not get screwed by you is the moment where you're going to lose them. And that's all for the video today. Thank you all so much for watching. If you made it to the end, here's a cat. And also huge thanks to all these wonderful sponsors. You are all fantastic. If you want to see your name among these legends, then check out the links below. Just $1. And you have supported this channel a lot. Seriously, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to check out my ABB Show stream channel. Link below. Go subscribe. And I'll see you all next time.